All right, so now we're getting into, the real meat and potatoes of the course in the program right now, because we're going to be speaking a little bit about the dream business and also the dream investment. But I want to give you a little bit of a disclaimer here in the way that I've structured this part of the module, because, I could pretty much regurgitate what the experts who I've been listening to, the mentors who I've been learning from myself are saying right now, but I don't see that there's any point in doing that, because you might as well go straight to the source instead of coming through a conduit and a messenger like me. So, the thing is that I can kind of share a little bit of the insights that I've learned that they're not necessarily saying in their content. And one of the things that I'd like to share to start out with is that the dream business and the dream investment is most likely not what you think it is. Because most people come in, and because of their money mindset, they come in thinking that the dream business is something that I can start out for super cheap. And, I'm going to be able to get results really, really quick. Like, as much as that's what everybody wants, that is just not reality. Like, you cannot start a business for less than £27,000, because go and look on the internet right now and just search on Google, how much does the average business owner invest to start their business? What is the average startup capital? Now, if you think about the average business owner, they're going to get average results. An average result as a business owner is failure. They pretty much quit in their first year. So if you want to get better than average, then you have to realize that your inputs have to be better than average to get better outputs. Now, that's not to say that just because you put in more money that you have a higher likelihood of success, like guaranteed, because it's not just about how much fuel you put in, it's also about what vehicle you put the fuel into. But what I am saying is that if on average people are putting in 27,000, then you have to start setting yourself some expectations that I cannot go into this expecting to put in £100, £200 and have a successful business, because it just doesn't work like that. So really what you want to start to set yourself as an expectation is that you want to put in the absolute maximum that you can right now in order to get out the maximum. And when it comes to putting in the maximum that you can put in, a lot of people look at what they have in terms of their bank account and see that as being the resources that they put into a business. Let's be honest, most people that are here right now are not here because they have £27,000 in their bank account. So you have to start becoming a little bit more resourceful. Me, for example, when I started my business, I was like, how am I going to do this? I don't have the money. I have back then I had about £80 in my bank account. So when somebody gave me different alternative options to finance my business, I was like, hell yeah, I'm into this, because I knew that through investing into my business was going to pay me exponentially way more than the initial investment, which was, thousands of pounds. But I knew that it was going to pay me in abundance. And then through the profits that I get, I can continue to reinvest into my business. And that's another expectation that you want to be setting to yourself too, is that just because you've started your business and you've got the startup capital that you put in, that doesn't mean that you are no longer going to put any more fuel into your vehicle. You have to continue to refuel your business as much as possible, because as much as you can go into the air and then cruise control for a little while, come back down, you've got to launch again. So that's the thing about your business, is that there's launches and relaunches. The more fuel that you can get at the beginning, the better. But if not, then really what you want to be doing is getting the maximum you can get now with any resource that you have at your availability. See that as a win, and then continue to accumulate more resources, more fuel. So that's one thing I would say about the dream business is not the one that is the cheapest, because the cheapest is never the best. And if you are settling for the cheapest, then understand that by discounting the price of your success, the price of your vehicle, you also discount the price, not sorry, the price, but you discount your success. So the best way I can describe that, because some people don't understand what I'm saying when I describe this, just look at the numbers. Let's say that your success is you being able to not only create success for you, replace your income from your job, but also earn an extra $5,000 to help your parents both retire as well, because you're earning that per month. Now, if somebody said to you that in order to do that, you've got to put in, £30,000 into a business model that works, or 500,000 into a business model that works. So that's what people do when it comes to getting like Subway businesses and McDonald's businesses, franchises. They know it's going to work because it's tried and tested. You go to McDonald's University, you're going to get results because this many people have done it. So you put in this amount, 500,000, and then you're guaranteed to get this amount back. But if you go and say to McDonald's that I don't really have 500,000, I only have about 5,000, then you best believe that this result, they can no longer promise you. They can no longer promise you, because your McDonald's is going to be an internet-based McDonald's where you're not using the same recipe, you can't use the same branding, you can't get the employees, you can't get the staff, and they just can't promise you the same results. So that's what you want to be thinking to yourself, is that when you go into a business model, what business model can you go into where you can literally put in the required amount that it says, and even a little bit more. That's an absolute gem that I got from a book called Happy Money, Changed My Relationship with Money, where it actually said that most people who have a terrible relationship with money, the commonality that they have is that when they're charged a fee for a certain item, especially something that's, more luxury, a bigger purchase, they pay, but they pay reluctantly, and they ask to pay less than what they're charged. The difference between the poor money mindset and the rich money mindset, healthy relationship with money, is that when a person with a healthy relationship with money is given a price, they actually pay more than what is offered instead of less, which is so counterintuitive to people who are looking to barter, hold on to their money, keep on tight to it when they have very little. So you want to start thinking to yourself, how can I pay more than what is asked so that I can guarantee the results instead of trying to cheap out and get the least amount? Because this was my money mindset back when I first started my entrepreneurship journey. I tried to start out with the cheapest possible route. I literally typed into Google, what is a business that you can start online for free? That was the question that I was asking. And it was such a stupid question, because I shouldn't have been asking, what's a business that you can start for free? I should have been asking, what's a business that you can start online and you can get the maximum amount of return for whatever it is that you're putting in, right? You can leverage the maximum amount. So that's one of the things that you're going to notice a lot of these people who are the experts that I'm going to direct you to watching right now are going to be speaking about, is that you want to have the maximum leverage from your business. And when you have the maximum leverage in your business, that's when you're going to be able to benefit the maximum. And what leverage simply means is that whatever you put in, what you get out is the leverage. So if you put in a little bit, but you get out tons, then that's great leverage. And we can leverage by, for example, leveraging other people's time, leveraging other people's money, leveraging other people's expertise, leveraging other people's reputations. There's so many things that we can do to leverage so that it requires less time, less effort, less resources from us, but we can get out a lot more. So leverage, when I learned about this, it completely changed the game for me, because my whole entire life, people have told me that you can't leverage other people's answers and exams and things like that. When really that's the key to getting results, is that all you got to do is look to the person next to you and copy what answers that they put down. And that's what people do in business. I mean, just look at how so many other brands have copied each other when it comes to creating their success. It is just through leverage of the expertise of the ideas. So nobody's saying they're good about that copy, but it's about leverage, where you can make something your own, you can make it beautiful, and you can leverage that time, expertise, money, things like that. So yeah, this is what I wanted to share a little bit about my insight about that dream business. And what really the dream business is any business model which allows you to live your God life, right? Any business model that allows you to live that life of design, where you have created it in a way where it's going to give you the most amount of fulfillment, satisfaction, and you can create the highest level of success based on what we spoke about in terms of you being connected spiritually and knowing what your unique abilities are, your unique vision, your gifts, things like this. So that's what the dream business actually is. And if you disagree with me, you don't think that that's the case, then that's fine. But one thing that you cannot do is you cannot disagree with the experts. You cannot disagree with the likes of Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, who's helped millions of people become millionaires. You can't disagree with someone like Alex Hormozi, where in his 20s, he's literally created multiple businesses and now has earned more money than McDonald's, more money than like 3 other of the biggest industries like Netflix combined. You cannot argue with someone like that. You can't argue with Layla Hormozi, who is his wife that has helped him do it. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pass you on to those people in the next few videos so that you can watch what they're saying about what that perfect business model is in this day and age right now. And if you don't believe them, then that's really like, that's your loss. Because what they're saying is everything that I'm actually doing myself, because I listen to the people who have the results that I desire. And my intention is to become somebody who is a multimillionaire, a billionaire. That is my intention. So I'm going to listen to the people who have those results as well. And they're sharing the value as to why, they're sharing the reasons. And they don't have any agenda. Because people like Robert Kiyosaki, people like Alex Hormozi, they don't need you to become their customers. They are just simply doing it because by you getting results, then you're going to want to continue to go into business with them or to promote their brand or whatever. So that is their agenda, is to genuinely get you results from their experience and showing you what works, telling you from being an expert. So I'm going to pass you on to them because I believe that morally that's the best thing to do right now. And that I'm not a multimillionaire or billionaire yet, but I have been able to not only help myself replace my own income and create profits online through using the systems and business models that they're talking about, but also I've helped other people do that too. People like Luke, who's with me right now in Malaysia, and 6 months ago had never even left the country before because he's replaced his income through profits online. So I'm going to pass you on to these guys. Take a look at what they're saying. Take as many notes as possible. And definitely go through the dream business section. I would only go through the dream investment section if that's something that I've directly told you to do, because it's a little bit more advanced and you don't need to necessarily be thinking about investments until you have a thriving business with a system and other people in your business. So yeah, thanks for watching this video and enjoy the next ones.